What is up, Believe Nation? Making a quick video today from one of my mastermind members who is asking, is it worth to buy comments? So he's got a website, he's trying to build it up, trying to get more awareness, attention, traffic to it. He's asking, is it worth me spending money to hire a team to buy comments and put them on there? And I wanted to address this from a couple of angles and see where it might be applicable for him and also for you. The first is from an SEO perspective. There's an argument that comments equals content. And so if you're buying comments and they're leaving it down below, especially if you're not using, like if it's native to the platform, not hidden behind code, like if you use Facebook comments, a lot of times that may not show up properly from an SEO perspective. But if they're using keywords, you know, if they're putting some interesting things in there that hopefully will show up, I would test it. My guess is no. One, because it's buried way at the bottom of a page, typically, comments, so it's not going to be as relevant from a content perspective. And two, are the comments going to be interesting, valuable, relevant, unique enough to really make a difference for people? Probably not. And so I would test it. Honestly, I would test putting some keywords in one of your comments, or do it 10 times or 20 times and see, is it showing up in SEO results? I don't think it's going to really have a major impact from a keyword perspective, though, just because, again, it's buried at the bottom. I would rather spend the budget that I would have hiring people to create comments to create more content, more articles for the website. The other argument could be retention. YouTube's really in on watch time. Google's really in on retention. The longer somebody spends on your page before hitting back and going back to Google results, the higher up they're going to rank you. So does having a comment at the bottom increase your retention? Maybe, if it's a really good comment, and so you have to spend more to get good people leaving comments. A lot of times the people that you hire to do comments aren't super interested in that topic. We'll leave okay comments, you know, be like, that's a great article, really made me think. Like, okay, that's not really gonna make people want to watch more, you know, to be more engaged on it. And so it'd have to be super specific, super great quality comments to get people to really be engaged by them. And then again, I'd be thinking, would I rather spend my budget hiring people to leave really great comments or creating new content? And I would default to getting new content. Again, something you can test. Take 10 articles, see if the session time increases on those pages or not. My sense, though, is that it's not. My sense is it's not worth it for that, just for an SEO perspective. The second way to look at it is from a vanity perspective, where there's a lot of things you can do for vanity perspective to boost your numbers, right? So if somebody's coming to your article and it has tons of comments on it, it makes your site look bigger, more respectable. Like there's an audience here. A lot of people will buy YouTube subscribers and YouTube views, and you know, you could buy lots of things to make you look bigger than you are. You know, I've never bought YouTube subscribers. We just crossed 700,000 today, which is awesome. And all of those people found me. You know, I didn't use any service to hire. But there is a legit reason. Some people don't do the research. You know, some people will come to your page if it had 20 comments on it. Some people will come to that page, see that it has 20 comments on it, and say, "Wow, this is a really exciting page," and not really do the research to find out, you know, that these things are not really legit people leaving comments. Same thing on YouTube or Twitter, you know, or any of the social media platforms. Somebody could come to your channel and you have 500,000 subscribers and 495,000 of them are bot. You know, you're not going to get a lot of comments. You're not going to get a lot of engagement. So what's happening on those videos? Some people will look and they'll know what's happening, and some people won't. Some people are like, wow, 500,000 subscribers is a big channel. We should do some work with them. And so the reason why people will buy followers and buy subscribers and buy comments for vanity metrics are because it still works on some people. And so if you're trying to convince a brand to work with you, or you're trying to just make yourself look better, or you want people to have a different impression of you when they hit the page and not just see 0 comments, then it definitely does work. There's questionable, you know, morality around that you need to figure out for yourself. But that is a legitimate strategy to be able to help you look better for the people who are coming. I don't know that it really increases your SEO factor, but it helps with your vanity. The number 3 thing is kind of tied into number 1, is to spark a conversation. So this is where this is the only time I've really used it myself and have had success in terms of buying comments, of having somebody on my team, more so on the Toronto Dance Salsa side, tagging pictures that we post to Facebook and then trying to spark a conversation with the picture. So we might put up a picture from one of our events. There's 2 people dancing. We tag them, you know, they get notified. And then we'll leave a comment saying, you know, Stephanie, that was an amazing dress, or look at you guys, that looks like a lot of fun, or, you know, something that is kind of something that they would appreciate. Not just, you guys look great, you know, something that kind of connects. And so it's really hard to get somebody overseas to have enough context on the person, people to leave a really great comment. But it's how I built up the socials a number of years ago when I was trying to get people to the event. I would take pictures, they'd be tagged, and then leave comments to just have some fun so they feel good when they come to it. And then they respond, and I respond, and other people see it, and they respond, and this whole thread starts to explode, and people keep coming back to that picture, which is good awareness and exposure for the school. So if you can get people to leave relevant, valuable, interesting comments that especially tag somebody else. So example, if you're having authors writing articles on your website and somebody leaves a comment that then they get notified, they're going to come back and respond to that comment. And so if it's a really good comment that is insightful and asks a question, right? The whole point is to engage in a conversation, not just to say, I really learned a lot from this article, right? Ask an engaging question that you can get engaging answers. There might be a scenario there. And if that is a good job, that's done well, then it could increase your session time. It could increase your SEO rankings, but you really need to have good people leaving comments that they understand the context and can ask great questions as opposed to what most people do in comments. And then the last one that is not really relevant to what my mastermind member was asking, but I find really helpful, is responding to comments from people who've already left a comment. So if you're trying to build up a community from scratch, you don't have any comments coming in yet, but everybody who leaves a comment, I want to get a response on. It's how you build community. So if you're hiring somebody on your team to reply to everybody who does leave a comment, so I don't know how many articles are on the site, I don't know how many comments you get on a daily basis, but even if you're getting 2 comments a day, respond to those 2 people. They get notified, they appreciate it, you join a conversation, they're gonna feel validated, they're gonna come back the next time and leave more comments. And so that's how I've had a lot of success on the YouTube channel, and why we have such a positive community. I think we've got one of the most positive communities on YouTube, Believe Nation, standing up. I love it. Because at the beginning, I personally responded to every single comment. I made people feel welcome. I thanked them for their participation. I asked for their feedback inside the videos, inside the content. And now I still believe that everybody's important to get a response to. And I don't have the time myself to respond to hundreds of comments daily now, but I've hired 2 people on my team, and that's their job, to respond to comments and pull out the ones that I need to see, and they take care of the rest. And I believe that if somebody's taking the time to leave a comment on your content, then you should be responding to them and acknowledging them. So those are my thoughts. From the SEO perspective, from keywords, from time on site, I would test it, but my hunch is it's not worth it, and I'd rather invest that time into content. Vanity metrics can work if you have a specific play that you're looking for. Questionable morals, so you have to figure that out for yourself. 3, to spark a conversation with people who are coming, or especially with the author who wrote that article. And 4, using it to respond to people who are leaving legit comments, not just people who are hired on your team and they're talking to each other, but responding to legit comments so that you can build a community and get people wanting to come back and feel welcome. That's what I got. Hopefully that helped. We've got some questions here on the live chat. What do we got? J-Rise, welcome. Anita, welcome. Sherry, welcome. Anita's liking the BTA system. So BTA is something we included in our comments on the YouTube channel. People come back every day and leave a comment, and they're encouraged to increase that number every day. It's really helped. Yeah, it's been a great ritual. So if you have rituals that you can give for your tribe, your followers, your community, then they feel more included and they want to come back and leave more and more and more comments. Welcome, Young Spunky. That's it. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be making a lot of videos today on this channel, on the main channel, do some interviews as well. It's Thursday. That's what I do. It's a lot of fun for me doing these things, but I appreciate your time here. And for the member who asked the question, I hope that helped you. I believe in you guys. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love. I'll see you soon.